case you're wondering where Appalachian State is, it's in Boone, North Carolina. They're coached by JohnMark Bentley. Coming off the mat, Austin Trotman, third place. Kyle Blevins finished fourth. 2 All-Americans. That's got to make you feel real good.
Yeah, it really hadn't all sink in yet. I just can say I'm proud of our guys. They both just battled hard. Blevins had to win 6 matches in a row to get to the match for third and fourth, and then Trotman lost a really heartbreaker last night in the semis, but fought his way back to take third and beat a really good kid. So just can't say enough for what Austin and Blevins have done. Obviously, they made themselves proud, but also our program and all the people back home in North Carolina.
What were your steps when you took over for Coach Mance? Obviously, he'd been there, 3 decades. What would you try to set in motion with guys like Blevins, who's from Oklahoma, and Trotman, who's a kid from right in North Carolina?
Well, that was obviously one of my first goals, is to try to keep the best in-state talent in North Carolina. And luckily, I was able to get Austin to Appalachian, and he's done a phenomenal job with us. And mainly just getting the guys believing in the system that we're putting in place, and believing that we are doing the right things, and if they follow what we're trying to get them to do, that they're going to be successful. And that's 2 guys that have bought into what we're doing at Appalachian State, and they've just done a phenomenal job.
How big is this? Obviously, you said you want to keep the best North Carolina kids in state, but with that many Division I programs within the state of North Carolina, and most of them being in the ACC, that's a pretty difficult task. Now, how does this really help elevate your program in the eyes of those kids?
Well, I think obviously, North Carolina, but nationwide now, I think kids are going to look at Appalachian State, and maybe before I was trying to sell them on what we were doing and telling them that, hey, we're doing the right things, we're going to be good, and now they can look and see, the proof's there. We've had 2 All-Americans, that top 4 in the country in a program our size with partial funding, and I think now it's not going to be as hard to convince kids that, hey, you can come to Appalachian, you can get it done here.
Maybe not as hard to convince the administrators for a little more money either.
Exactly.